Is Bitcoin going to 0 or 1,000,000? Because depending on who you listen to, it's either the biggest fraud ever invented or it's the most important invention since the internet.
Don't listen to the crypto kitty. He's leading you astray. Don't buy Bitcoin. If you have any Bitcoin, sell it all right now. And buy gold. Buy gold for sure. Buy gold, buy silver, buy something real. Get out of fiat into something real and tangible that has value. Don't buy into a scam.
Magic internet money.
Right? It's not even money. It's BS. When you buy Bitcoin, all you're doing is making the person who's selling it rich. Don't be a bag holder. Think and
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, crypto kid. All right.
It's hilarious because this guy can't even tell whether a gold bar is real or not.
So I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some, I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently, just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You can see, like it says, Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Yes. Yeah, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to say? I mean,
And here's the crazy thing. We've heard this exact debate before. The internet is a fad. Amazon will fail. No one will ever do commerce online. Nobody will ever stream movies. The iPhone is a toy. Email isn't for serious communication. So if you're new to Bitcoin and you're confused, welcome. You're not dumb. You're just stuck between history and the people who never learned from it. And today, I'm going to show you that we're in one of those moments with Bitcoin. This is Dante Cook with Bitcoin Simply. Let's go. If I'm a new investor to Bitcoin, I'm confused because every day you're hearing clips like this about how much of a fraud it is. This is the first interview that famed investor Michael Burry has done in decades. And he had this to say about Bitcoin.
I think that Bitcoin at 100,000 is the most ridiculous thing. That sane people are sitting on TV talking about Bitcoin. They're just casually, it's 100,000, it's down, now it's 98,000. It's not worth anything. Everybody's accepted it. It's a tulip bulb of our time. It's worse than a tulip bulb because this has enabled so much criminal activity to go deep under.
And you'll hear clips like these from Larry Fink, the largest asset manager in the world and the most important person in finance on the globe. He changed his tune about Bitcoin and he admitted that he was wrong.
Called crypto an index for money laundering. BlackRock
and thieves.
And thieves.
Yes.
Money laundering and thieves.
Right.
You now have the biggest Bitcoin ETF. So what happened here?
I have very strong views, but that doesn't mean I'm not wrong. By having strong views, you have to test yourself and ask yourself. And in my role, I see thousands of clients a year. I have governmental leaders, and we have these conversations, and my thought process always evolves. And this is a very glaring public example of a big shift, in my opinion.
You'll hear quotes like this from Michael Saylor, who said that all of the major banks have flipped their tune on Bitcoin in the last 6 to 12 months.
What we've seen is BNY Mellon, PNC Bank, Citibank, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Vanguard, all of these have flipped from a hostile, negative, or skeptical view to a positive view in the last 12 months, right? We have announcements. Schwab is going to custody Bitcoin and extend credit against crypto assets early next year. Citi is doing the same thing.
But you'll also hear things like this from Brad Gerstner, a famed Silicon Valley investor and VC, who says that Bitcoin is a speculative asset with no utility, MicroStrategy could go to zero, and quantum computing could break or hack the blockchain.
It is a risk asset. You should treat it appropriately in your portfolio because if MicroStrategy is forced to delever, if there's an unwind there, it could get really messy in the short run, which is probably why I would be waiting to see how this plays out.
But it doesn't go to zero, does it?
No. Okay, I mean, I think the black swan, right, is that somebody hacks crypto, whether it's quantum or otherwise. There was some news out overnight about, Anthropic running some vulnerability tests on the blockchain. Those things, I think, will be important if this is to have durability.
But then I saw on December 3rd, Rick Wurster, the CEO of $12 trillion Charles Schwab, who said that they're going to begin allowing their investors to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum starting in January of 2026. Bank of America said that they're going to begin recommending a 1 to 4% allocation of Bitcoin in 2026 as well. And this is the comment from the CEO of Fidelity, a $6 trillion asset manager. She says that she kind of likes Bitcoin.
Kind of like Bitcoin. I don't own tons of coins, but I own Bitcoin. And I think it will continue to play a role in the savings hierarchy of lots of people. And it is the gold standard, so to speak, in the crypto world. And it's been around, and it's solid, and it's persisted, and it's a good system. So I'm long-term very comfortable, and I think that will continue to be something that we will factor into our thinking and our quest to provide options for our customers.
But then you'll look at the price and then you'll say, Dante, if all of these things are true, then why is Bitcoin flat in 2025? It's not a store of value relative to gold, with it being down a few percent this year and gold being up 50 to 60%. Is it just a speculative asset with no utility?
Bitcoin this year is down 10%. Gold is up 50 or 60%. I hope we can dispel the myth, right? One is a risk asset and one is not, right? And so it doesn't mean that you shouldn't own Bitcoin. I own some Bitcoin. And I might be buying a little bit more, as it comes down. But it is a speculative asset that over time will have more and more utility. But we have to be honest with what it is today.
Okay, let me give you the real. We've seen this before. Here's the famous clip from Steve Ballmer, the president and CEO of Microsoft, saying that the iPhone will never work. It's just a toy, laughing out loud at $500 iPhones. Yet, while today we spend $1,600, $2,000 on this device that we can't put down.
Steve, let me ask you about the iPhone and the Zune, if I may. The Zune was getting some traction, then Steve Jobs goes to Macworld and he pulls out this iPhone. What was your first reaction when you saw that?
$500 fully subsidized with a plan? I said, that is the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't appeal to business customers because it doesn't have a keyboard, which makes it not a very good email machine.
What about Blockbuster being able to buy Netflix for $50 million and then laughing them out of the room, saying that streaming will never happen? What about Newsweek saying that no online database is ever going to replace your daily newspaper? They were actually right that they said no computer network will change how the government works, and that is true today. History has taught us what people say about new innovations. They're scams, they're frauds, they're speculative assets until they aren't, until they take over the world. We're seeing an asset that's here to stay, and it's fundamentally going to change the world as we move forward into this new digital era. We're in between this stage where people think it's a fad or a fraud, and some people think it's an invention that's going to change the world. And I believe that it's the latter. We'll get right to that after we thank our sponsors. Ledn has been the leader in Bitcoin-backed loans since 2018, issuing over $9 billion worth of loans to tens of thousands of customers across the world. They understand one fundamental thing: you never sell your Bitcoin, and they allow you to do just that. Don't sell your Bitcoin, but borrow against it with a no credit check loan starting at just 12.4%. Keep your sovereignty and borrow in cuckbucks or fiat. The dollars can be in your account in less than 24 hours, and the application takes just 2 minutes. Go to learn.ledn.io/simply to get started. And I want to thank the Bitcoin Way, the leaders in helping you to protect your generational wealth the right way. They will have a member of your team walk you through step by step why Bitcoin is a revolutionary asset, why you can hold 12 words in your head and be sovereign anywhere in the world, and how you can do this privately, safely, and securely. Schedule a free 30-minute consultation with their team at thebitcoinway.com/simplybitcoin. Back to the show.
If we open the borders tomorrow and gave everyone one day around the planet to come to America, we'd have a line of 7.5 billion people to come in. And the second he said it, I completely agreed. Whatever people's views on immigration are, people want to come here, and they want to come here for a reason. And if you've lived overseas like I have in Brazil, it resonated with me. I think that is the way people think of Bitcoin to a degree, is the way we as Americans remember America as this place of freedom, this place to go where the government literally is not on top of you the way it was in my country. So Bitcoin is still going to be a place that people are going to go into. And I still think that 7.5 billion people on the planet will eventually be putting money in at a fast pace. Stable coins to me are going to accelerate that move in a very, very big way. And that's why I believe in the network effects for Bitcoin right now as the same thing that happened in the network effects for all the platform stocks that have become major parts of all of our portfolios if we own the S&P 500.
I believe that this is true. I believe that 7.5 billion people across the world believe that Bitcoin isn't a fad. It's a life raft against our debasing currency that's getting debased faster than the US dollar. Government regimes that take and confiscate assets whenever and however that they like. As we move into a world where everybody's going to have USDT or stable coins or USDC on their phone, they're going to want a place to store that. And that's not going to be at a traditional bank. That is going to be in the Bitcoin investment vehicle right within their digital wallet. They're going to store their value over time, not in a gold bar that you can't actually verify like Peter Schiff, but in Bitcoin, this revolutionary asset that provides access, freedom, and the American dream to 7.5 billion people across the globe. It's not a fad. This is something that's here to stay, and it's not going to zero. So you might as well get that out of your head. But the question is, are you going to be one of the people that called the internet a fad or Amazon a bomb or a fail? Or are you going to be one of the people that are on the right side of history that understand where money is going, where the arrows of progress are going, and understanding that we're not going backwards to a fiat standard? I don't know. What do you think in the comments? One of the ways you can continue to be sovereign is by stacking sats while you sleep, continuously around the clock. If you have extra cash or assets, buy a state-of-the-art mining rig that's going to be mining Bitcoin 24/7 with renewable carbon-free energy. And you don't have to do this yourself. You can hire someone like SAS Mining to do it for you. They have no middlemen, no markup to make it stupid simple for people like you to invest into Bitcoin. Get started today by using the QR code on your screen. If you're a new investor, welcome. We're in this period where you don't know what to believe. But if you subscribe to channels like this, you'll get the signal over time. And over time, you'll probably be on the right side of history. This is Dante Cook with Bitcoin Simply. Happy stacking.